Why, hello there, defenders of the royals. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld, the Pacifists. Episode 17. Capitalizing on the misfortune of others. Oh, shuttle crash. I had just mentioned getting the shuttle engine. A civilian, 5 Jans, so let's try this. I'm just gonna accept for honor. And we'll do our best. So, mechs. You're coming up here, and I'm going to send my 3 military mechs, and then I'm going to send all the mechs up here for dormant self-charge, because I'm going to throw mechs as like, as just like meat tanks at them. Even if we fail, we get a shuttle engine. So, a full mech march up there to tank. There's probably going to be a lot of collateral damage here, I'd imagine. But, you know, whatever. I'm also... Oh no, shuttle engine. Turtle, go get that. I don't want to burn. Is it flammable? Oh, never mind, it's not flammable. But still, I don't want it to burn. I was thinking about moving a turret and like batteries, but I'll just send all the mechs. Wow, the Royal is a hussar. That's like no joke. She's ready to fight. So the mechs are in place and can be drafted. Ideally, we're going to want Tim nearby to issue specific orders, but let's bring that shuttle engine because that thing is worth a lot. So we have a whole bunch of mechs ready to fight. And Tim's coming out, hiding behind... Oh, here we are. Hatlior is already here. Mechs, move a little closer to the enemies so that you can tank. And then get drafted. Fortunately, a lot of the weapons that they have are flame-based, which will do nothing to my mechs. So I think we will succeed this quest too. I intend to try to succeed. But we're obviously going to have some super screwed up mechs by the end of this. But it was worth it for a shuttle engine. Ooh, double kill. But they're going down pretty hot, pretty fast. And Tim is almost in command range. And Fausta has only been hit once. Wow, she's Silent 6. She could be dropping freaking Manhunter pulses or whatever. Velhar also went down. The mechs that I have here are just for cannon fodder. I did not think that they were gonna be strong in the fight. But if I run my mechs around while they're throwing fire, I can have them set themselves on fire. Oh, one Royal died. Alright, they're fleeing now. Joey, you're a pyromaniac, so you're not going to be a colonist. And there is no Royals to be rescued. The mech corpses can't burn, so I'm not worried about that. I would say maybe... Oh, you shouldn't eat that. all the plasteel. And I'm so glad that you arrived. So go back home. And I'll clean the rest of this up eventually. It's just a lot of corpses. Volatile chem interest? I could recruit her. I think what I'm going to do is, maybe capture and release Hatlior. They are super, super hostile. But we want to try to do that. So I've moved the components far enough away that I'm going to come back and start tending. I fully realize that, it's going to cause some, like, mental anguish as a result of, all the corpses. But we were supposed to try to befriend them, so I still intend to try. So I'm going to move 2 beds in here and try to tend them and then release them. And it's not going to move the needle enough or a lot, but it will move the needle a little. And every little bit counts eventually, hopefully. And yep, they'll survive. Bye, Fausta. I think was what your name was. Kellen, oh god. Kellenkiss, come on, move it. Go. Even with the council, Tim is about to have a mental break. But Tim's a knight. Does that make you feel better, Tim? Some of it was just like, he's hungry, he's tired, people have died, he saw corpses. I mean, I get it. I wouldn't want to go through that either. So, understood. You need 1 more tending. And these guys are just going to be released. I don't want either of them. This was just for rep. This was to fulfill the whole minimizing casualties when possible. We did get the... well, I hauled the components not all the way, but outside of the range of the fire. Hey, Quantum, you can finish that. And then we got the shuttle engine, which is amazing. And, most of the corpses are gone. So that's also great. And Mr. Timothy, just relax a bit. You'll be alright. You'll be alright. Yeah, that's the right direction. Sweet. That really went well. Night ceremony. So before we do the night ceremony, I'm going to want to... I'm going to make sure that, like, I've fulfilled all the requirements. But now we have a shuttle, and I could put a, I could put a passenger shuttle, like, around here, for use, which is gonna improve our ability to trade by, like, a lot. I am really, truly excited about that. Not that we have, like, stuff that's valuable to trade, but it also allows us to go and loot some of the, like, abandoned colonies and stuff. You know, trying to make money on the sly without a super long travel time. All right, we're coming to start to gestate the mechs back to life. Got it. Zoning. That looks right. And that looks right. Actually, before you do that, go repair Kadath, because Kadath might... No, at 15% energy, he won't get back up. Oh, hey, look at that! I was wrong. Kadath got back up and is, like, limping back to zone. Awesome. Perfect. So we're gonna need to resurrect one medium and a few lights. So kicking it off now. Pikeman's been quite the MVP. Oh, God! A Prepare a While raid. Oh, you know what? There are not a lot of them, though. It's not awesome, but it's manageable. At least so far. Yeah, okay. There's one Tesseron that's, like, gonna be annoying, but it's like, it could be worse. Mechs. Everyone shelter. Humans. Everyone shelter. So, I'm gonna use... I am not gonna use the Deadfall Trap Tunnel. I don't think we're gonna need it. I hope. Because we have a lot of turrets, and the turrets have been repaired and mostly reloaded. And I'm going to change the shelter behind defenses to allow that, just so we can keep researching. Tim. If we need a lot of steel coming up, I know you're not in the best of moods, but let's shred for steel so that we can reload turrets all the way up. So this door's open, correct? This door's open, correct? And we're gonna lure them in and shoot them up. I wish... So Tim, I'm gonna have you repair the mechs so that we have some, like, cannon fodder. If we had shields... Oh, you know what? That actually might be really good to do. Let's get a shield belt. Because we can just, like, tank... we can just tank bullets with a shield belt. With a human-like, with human pawn. And just, like, ignore the fact that there's, like, enemies trying to kill us. I mean, yeah, we can't fight back. So as long as it's not a Scorcher, I think we'll be fine. The other advantage is these guys are filtering in, like, a few at a time. They're not all at once. So that will help as well. Also, let's not, release these prisoners in the middle of a mech's coming in, so I'm gonna set them from release to maintain. And here they come. I'm going to turn this one off and turn these on to lure it inside. That'll be a little easier. And I'll put a valid target of a clean sweeper in the zone. There we go. One down, and it dropped a stack of components. I love it. Come on, shield belt. Faster. Haha, we shot the Lancer off the Lancer. Now you're just a... Oh, now you're a corpse. And we have a Lancer and a Scorcher left. And our little cleaner bot has been doing an awesome job making sure because you know, the turrets can't get meleeed without blowing up quick. So, very handy to have them. Where'd that shield belt go? There it is. I'm going to bring the Lancer in a little bit closer, so all the turrets fire on it. And Turtle now has a shield belt, so I can use them to, like, lure things around. Tim, you should probably, like, go R&R. Go relax. Oh, okay. Yeah, I did mention the only thing that the shield belt's not going to help me with is flamer. And then I had Turtle promptly go tank flame to the face like an idiot. But I think the... No, there's 2 pikemen left. Okay, let's shut these down. And unfortunately, our cleaner, it's clean sweep, Arya, got messed up. Falcons Trader coming in. Cool. Turtle. Oh, no! God, the chance. Hey, Crimson, go rub spit on his eyeball, or I don't know what patching without medicine is for an eyeball, but... Oh, and dodge. We didn't even heal him. But I'd rather have a shield belt get shot at than a turret, because, like, shield belts don't require repair. So that's going to be a really handy tool. Realistically, it's probably more useful on Tim. But Tim was in a really bad mood. That's why I gave it to Turtle. More useful on Tim, because during combat situations, Tim's going to be drafted. So let's take the shield belt off now. And Tim will wear it in the morn. Okay, threat's over. Turret's worked. So we still have a lot of gestation to do, but I can lift the zoning restrictions for the mechs. Can I, like, counsel you again? This is so bad. I guess that goes away in 12 hours. Hey, Shaman Merchant. Cool. We're healing so fast that not even being tended, we're, like, recovering without medicine. I guess Dr. Care no meds, now that we have a hospital, is, like, not unreasonable to do. And prisoners, you are now eligible for parole. Yeah, spitting on medical treatments, you highly suggest it. It also makes sense to maybe get, like, a door here. I like how a child, an 8-year-old, is releasing prisoners. I'm not going to question it. I'm all about that. Will you hold my hand? I'll walk you outside. Ah, crap. Sorry, trade caravan. You're going to have to fend for yourselves. So my people are going to shelter in place. Mechs included. Oh, Joker. Oh, yeah, okay. Joker's out. And you should go to the defensive box. In fact, yeah, you're the only combat mech we have right now. Alright, is the Mad Capybara dead yet? No, not yet. It's about to be. Sorry, Meerkat. Oh, good lord. Sorry, Meerkat. I didn't think it was going to be that bad. So now that that's dead, zoning restriction lift, and then children. I'm sorry, you're still stuck inside. At least you can play billiards outside. And then mechs, unrestricted. And you are going to be work, dormant self-charge, work. Mr. Timothy, please repair the rest of the mechs. They were the heroes of the last fight. Trade. So, I really want an animal pulsar. It would be amazing if I could get an animal pulsar. It would solve a lot of problems if I could get an animal pulsar. I don't think I'm going to be able to afford the animal pulsar. Unless I sell plasteel. I think I'm going to sell plasteel. Oh, I'd have to sell it all. Oh. I'm gonna do it because the animal pulsar is like a get out of jail free card. I don't love doing it, but I do think it's the right move. So if there's like a mech cluster or something, I can just send all the animals on this map tile to go murder them. Plus it will ultimately kind of pay for itself a little bit. Because then all the animals will die in the defense of our colony, essentially. And then I can, like, turn them into leathercraft stuff. Because I'm not allowed to sell, like, animal products, but, like, tailored stuff, I'm going to make an exception for. Are we keeping the insect jelly? We're not allowed to sell it. It's an animal product. So we're keeping it for, like, guests that need good moods, I guess. Alright, we have yet to load Velhar and Ryder. Actually, where is Ryder? Did we get Ryder back? Did Ryder disappear? What happened to Ryder? Did their corpse go poof? Silent Rider, where are you? Oh, yeah, you're being hauled by the lifter. Oh, okay. That explains it. I was like, I didn't see that the raiders had frag grenades. Because it's not like you're going to lose a mech any other way. But we still have to resurrect the other mechs. Now, one of the other problems is, like, I'm out of room for waste packs. So I'm going to probably need a new dedicated freezer or to start atomizing it. The next research we have queued up will be an atomizer. But I have 2 waste packs here that I don't have room for in the freezer, so we're going to need to start doing that. Which means Tim needs to get on top of turning the entire base into a freezer, because that's going to solve a lot of problems, ultimately. Because then it won't really matter where we store them, because the whole base will be cold. The atomizer is slow. Yeah, it is. I mean, until you get a few of them. But it's still, like, eventually it will work. And especially given that we don't have a lot of mechs in the colony, the atomizer will be pretty significant. The atomizer can't keep up with, like, a giant mechanized colony, but, like, for a few lifter bots, it can handle it, for the most part. I'm going to keep Turtle on cooking duty, so that Tim can tailor a bit more. And then Quantum, counsel Tim. He's still in a bad mood. Can't I gift waste packs to people? I could. The best way to do it is actually to build a shuttle. Well, waste packs, so the problem is they've changed the mechanics. So I'll explain. I can load 25 up at a time in a transport pod, and I have 160 of them. So I could gift them, but, like, it's gonna be a lot of steel and components to gift enough away. Shuttle is a little bit more efficient, but the best way to do it, in my opinion, is to find a subterranean, oh, that's gonna block the, let's put it here. The best way to do it, in my opinion, is to find, an ancient stockpile of some sort. And stick it in the underground stockpile that won't piss anyone off. So let's search for stockpile. Yeah, the closest stockpile is here or here. So fly the shuttle to those 2 locations and shove the pollution into the stockpile once we hack the stockpile open, and, like, no one will be upset. You should be dormant. So I know I sold all my Plasdeals, so we're not going to give the pasture shuttle for a bit. But that animal pulsar, I think, is going to be more important. I hope I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. But I don't regret it. Now, if we want to make more money, there's nothing stopping us from mass producing, like, yayo. So that might be something else to do, is to, now that we have a lot of cloth, is to switch this over to, like, psychoid, and do something illicit with the psychoid, because that's going to help pay the bills. We're pacifists, but we aren't drug intolerant. You know, we don't have a very strict drug policy, that's for sure. What are we waiting on? You need to start making clothing, dude. So stop Psyfocus praying. Stun is awesome, but like, come on, move it. So I'll have a little bit of cotton, but all this is going to become psychoid. Yeah, I'm sending a an 8-year-old to go plant drugs. No one tell the 5-0. And he's getting in a better mood. That's good. And we resupplied our steel from just like mech corpses, which is awesome. Best parenting. Yep, you know it. Humble parent. You can tell. She's a juvenile. She won't get in trouble. Alright, Militor's done. And then we'll do the other Militor. So I think Velhar's done, and we'll do Silent. And then our robots are back. Even more waste. Because every time they die, it's waste, waste, waste. It's tea leaves? Yeah, it's tea leaves. Tea for the sinuses. Hey, Crimson is pregnant. Alright, I don't want, another... I know you can't get pregnant again after being pregnant, but, after this one's born, I'm not gonna want, like, another one, rapidly thereafter. So I'm going to, chill with the next attempted pregnancy. Because, you know, Crimson's not Mormon. Maybe she is. I don't know. But I want a little rest. If only in real life now? Well, that'd be weird, because, you know, you got the wrong genes for that. So Ultramech Tech is researched. That opens up the ability to do a whole lot of stuff, and then we're going to do the atomizer. A question is, how to use the nano chip? Are we doing an atomizer? Or are we doing a implant? Or a mech gestation? So the mechs that we can gestate the atomizer with, the nano chip rather, is, let's see... Blaster is not a require, that's just high core. Centurion is a power focus, so no. Legionary is not required. Tesseron, not required. War Queen would be the nano chip. So we could do a War Queen with the nano chip. That would be the one to gestate with the nano chip, but it's expensive. But like we could do War Queen. Or we could get the atomizer, so I'll leave it up to you. So we're finally back to Parkus. Oh, more Celestial. Is it close? Yes, nice. It's quite close. I keep getting lucky with the close. So we've got 350 here and 1,500 there. Oh, God, it disappears. Nice. So we'll get that mining shack set up for once this gets exhausted. I'm glad Kadath is a robot, because that boom shroom definitely just exploded on him. And he was like, it's fire, whatever. Shrugged it off, didn't notice. So the clothing, quantum, with that parka, you are set to -43. So I think once everyone's got a parka, the children are the most susceptible to cold because they don't layer up the same. But I can do at least one wool toque for one of them. And we will then be in a situation where we can you know, freeze up the base. So I'm trying to go through all the tailoring jobs for that. And yep, you guys want an atomizer. All right. What to do with the power focus chip? So the power focus chip can become some implants. So it could become the remote shielder, the remote repair, and that's probably all I want to make into it. It's really the signal chips that are more important, because the gestation processors let you speed up gestation, and then of course we could make a diabolus. So what are we going to do with these signal chips? Gestation process, control process, control group. Oh wow, I can't even type. Control implants, or diabolus. Diabolus is a bit of a stretch goal. It's going to take forever and a day to gestate, but like, we could try. I don't mind. Well, these micro stutters are driving me mad. So Silent Rider is out. Where's Velhar? Oh crap, that's my bad. Turtle's wearing a parka. And -42. Perfect. So one more parka for Big Brody. And Crimson. Crimson could kind of handle it. The other thing we're going to want is like a baby romper immediately. Because like the... as soon as we give birth, like that baby is in stupidly cold temperature. And would be endangered. Oh, more plasteel. Nice. We're still hunting for gold, though. So one more minute to vote on the signal chips. Leave it up to you. And now we have our military back. Very nice. We do technically have 2 people that have passions for mining. So if I wanted to ramp up the plasteel acquisition, I could definitely have a second drill. So let's get a second drill out there. Speed that up. Get that going. Because we can make passenger shuttles out of the plasteel if I'm not using it for the Diabolus. Or Scythers or something. I think Scythers are really powerful mechs as well. Especially with stun Psycast, because you can just keep stunning a target and have the Scyther keep chopping them up. Take a chance to warm the birth room. We could, but I think it's going to be easier just to like dress the kid, to be honest. Although, what can even babies wear? The other thing is that we could have the crib room be like out here or something. I don't know, because I don't want them to get like shelled to death. That would be pretty terrible. Hey, a toxic fallout. Well, guess what? I live in a cave. Don't care. Except for... Ugh. Gross. Right. We do care. I can turn off the sun lamp. Well, how about this? I have a really low-tech idea. Build a roof. And I'll put some pillars up. Put some columns up and just, like, roof up as much of this as we can. Well, that's just broad strokes. Probably the psychoid is going to die before we can get enough of the roof up. We'll do what we can. So, structure. Column. Do one here. Do one there. Do one there. And that should be enough. And we're gonna have everyone stop what they're doing to get that done. Because, yeah, the Nutrifungus is gonna die off fast. So making construction the highest priority. The other thing is we're gonna have mass fires because the boom shrooms are gonna die and explode. And I don't have a natural fire break. Oh, also, let's roof up these boom shrooms. Because, actually, let's cut plant boom shrooms rather than roof them. Because if we roof them, they might just still explode anyway. Alright, we'll need one more column there. But, like, crisis mostly averted. Because Nutrifungus doesn't care about sunlight, so... There's like a single Nutrifungus out here that didn't catch a roof. I don't care. It's good enough. Cool. So we're coordinating our antifungal response. Let's build the drill here and then move it rather than haul the materials 3 times over out that way. Control implants will be done. So I'm going to do 2 standard sublinks. Well, actually, I'll have you decide between gestation and standard sublink. So what implant? Gestation or sublink or a control? So gestation is that we gestate faster. Going through the cycle faster, it stacks up to 6. And then the control stacks up to 3 with signal chips and then 3 more with power focus chips for more work groups and worker work speed. So, 1 minute to vote on that. Ooh, we're getting the shuttle. Another thing I just realized, yeah, okay, I knew the fire was going to be annoying because of the whole boom shroom going boom boom, but all of my Nutrifungus is probably going to be eaten by wild animals because all of their food source is disappearing off the map. I'm not going to wall it up. If it gets eaten by wild animals, it's just me being nice to wild animals. Worst case scenario, I could always grow rice here. Easily, this plot could support our entire population on rice alone. So it's not a big deal to just do that if we need to. All right, let's do some control groups. So 2 standard sublinks. Or maybe I'll do 1 of each. Because it was almost tied. So 1 gestation processor, 1 Control sublink. And get that going. Alright, you need to stop building. Start smithing, tailoring. Oops. There we go. This was called Fungalfield 2, but there's not Fungalfield 1 anymore, so I guess I'll rename that. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld The Pacifists, which originally streamed live on Twitch as a marathon one time only. Because it was streamed one time only, feedback cannot be incorporated, so there's no need for it in the comments. But if you have any questions for me, let me know down below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Adios.